Hi everyone, welcome back to Gavin Reads It All. Today I'm going to be doing my very first Summerween vlog of 2025. This is one of the most exciting times of the year. I have been taking part in Summerween since 2021, and so this is like my yearly tradition to do Summerween and to do a series of vlogs as well. So this is what today's video is. This is my first couple of days of Summerween. If you do not know what Summerween is, it is a readathon hosted by my friend Gabby over at Gabby Reads, and it is essentially just a week-long readathon reading thriller, horror books, things like that, to get you in a scary summer mood. I'll leave a playlist for all of my Summerween vlogs down below, but the readathon is running from July 5th to July 12th this year. Now, we've hit a bit of a snag already. We've hit a little bit of a snag. So I do have a very exciting event coming up next weekend. And so I'm going to be away for pretty much the last 2 days of the readathon, the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. I'm going to be away, and the readathon ends on the 12th. And so what I've decided to do is start just a little bit earlier. I'm going to start Summerween on July 4th, and I will have to end on July 10th. I wrote my friend Steph from Steph Loves in to do this as well, because she's at the same event as well. And we're both super excited for it. So we thought, you know what, let's kind of buddy up, let's team up for Summerween this year and just kind of do our own little thing. I do apologize, Gabby. Who gave me the right? Who gave me the authority? And as always with Summerween as well, Gabby has put out some prompts. These are really easy prompts, very broad prompts, just so that Summerween is more of a fun experience rather than a stressful one, because if these prompts were hard... So the prompts are to read a book in the dark or at night, read a horror or thriller book, read a book with a sky on the cover, read a book you've owned for more than a year, and finally read a novella, manga, or listen to a spooky audiobook. So all of those prompts I feel like I could hit with like anything really. So what I decided to do for this video is I pulled out all of my horrors that I have unread. And these are all the books I own. Well, one of them has just come today, by the way, but I am sticking to my owned TBR. And I have realized as well that I actually don't own as many horrors and thrillers as I thought. Thrillers I'm not so surprised by, because I would rather check thrillers out from the library. But in terms of horror, this feels like barely anything compared to like my actual collection. So these are predominantly the ones I haven't read yet. So let's quickly go through them. And then the gag of this video is that we are going to use the Wheel of Horror to pick what I read. So all these books are going to go into my wheel, and we're just going to randomly select that way. So let's just go through like the titles of these so we kind of know what's at stake. So I only have 2 horror manga on here, and that is The Strange House, volumes 1 and 2 by Uketsu. If this comes out on the wheel, I will just read both of them. The art is by Kyo Iono, and it's very interesting we mention those because what came today is Strange Houses by Uketsu. I don't know if maybe the manga in this are connected, if it's like the same story, but this one is just a manga version of it or not. But the Strange Houses, I don't know. But I did read Strange Pictures by this author earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it. So I was very excited for this, so I pre-ordered it. And it came today, so it would be so awesome if this one came up on my Wheel of Horror. The only middle grade I have on here is It Came From The Trees by Ali Russell. This one looks really, really good. The rest of it is more like YA and adult. So we have Richard Lehman's The Lake, Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Ballingrud, The Corruption of Hollis Brown by Kay Ankrum, Model Home by Rivers Solomon, The Lamb by Lucy Rose, The Whistling by Rebecca Netley. I actually started this 3 years ago and I never finished it. I will start from the beginning again, but yeah, about time I finished it. The Creeper by A.M. Shrine, The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig. Let me know down below if you would recommend any of these if they don't come up on my Wheel of Horror. Sundial by Catriona Ward, Halloween Fiend by C.V. Hunt, Last to Leave the Room by Caitlin Starlin, Anatomy of Love Story by Dana Schwartz. This is in my 25 books to read in 2025, so that would be a good one to get up. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I did buy this about a year or 2 ago, and I don't know why. I do not like this man. I don't like his writing. I'm sure Riley Sager is a lovely person. Don't like his stuff. So why do I own it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Oh, The Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. A recent addition to my collection. Would love to read this. Echo by Thomas Old Huvelt. Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. We Sold Our Souls also by Grady Hendrix, and this is in my 25 books to read in 2025 as well. All Hallows by Christopher Golden. Horror Hotel by Victoria Fulton and Faith McLaren. The Gift by Sebastian Fitzek. Marginal by Tom Carlyle. I feel like a lot of these books I got from BookBox subscriptions. Tribesman by Adam Caesar. I've had this one for a long time. Naomi's Room by Jonathan Aycliffe, The Decagon House Murders by Yukito Ayatsuji, Night Risk by S.J. Wills. You know how sometimes I sing a song if I say a book title that reminds me of a song? You'll never guess what this book title reminds me of. I mean, say if you can guess what it is before I start like singing the line. See if you can guess. Can you guess what it probably is before I sing it? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was a bite risk with the fear of falling. I'm not going to continue. Death on Gokumen Island by Sishi Yukomiso. Oh, The Impusium, a health resort horror story by Olga Torkazuk. I got this in Iceland and I really, really, really want to read it. Like, I kind of loved the look of it when I saw it. Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. What Happens at Night by Peter Cameron. Nestlings by Nat Cassidy. Kin by Kaylin Patrick Burke. The Tattoo Murder by Akimitsu Takagi. I Feed It to the Beast and the Beast Is Me by Jameson Shear. The Midnight Club by Christopher Pike. Incidents Around the House by Josh Malaman. True Crime by Samantha Kolesnik. And finally, The Dead Take the A Train by Cassandra Cole and Richard Kadre. I actually do have a good sized amount of horror. I'm just thinking, you know, I own over like 2,000 books, and this is all of the horror that I haven't read, really. So those are all the candidates for Summerween, at least for this episode. I might go book shopping and pick up some more horror because I haven't been book shopping in such a long time. I might do that for episode 2 or 3, maybe, potentially. But at least for this episode, we're going to go with the wheel. Okay, I'm sure you remember my wheel from my Imposter Toss episode 4. But if you haven't, this is a wheel of all of my horror books. And I'm just going to give it a shuffle, and we're going to find out what our first book of Summerween is going to be. Whoa, a bit louder than I realised. It's literally the book that just came. It's the book that I really wanted. This is not rigged. I promise this is not rigged. Oh my god. That was beautiful. That was perfect. That was perfection. That was a perfect spin. Maybe this is a really good sign for the rest of Summerween, because if I can get the book that I wanted the most on my first spin, maybe it's going to be a good one. Maybe someone is shining a light down on me. I mean, I've probably jinxed it so much, but yeah. So the Strange Pictures book was essentially someone trying to put together these pictures that shouldn't really go together, but like they kind of do. And it's really creepy. And there's like different stories kind of behind each picture as well that are kind of horrifying. So in this one, all it says is there is a sinister hidden room, a dead space between two walls, a sealed cellar, a child's face glimpsed at a window. Every house hides secrets, but some secrets are far darker than others. More than 1 million readers have discovered the terrible truth behind these strange houses. Now it's your turn. Nothing, absolutely nothing is given away to you. But I love the kind of mixed media format that it has. It's got like floor plans and stuff like that. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be really good. And also I love the fact that Uketsu is like a really kind of scary looking person. Nobody knows who they look like, and they are very popular online. An enigmatic YouTuber and author specializing in horror and mystery. He only ever appears online wearing a mask and speaking through a voice changer. His true identity is unknown. Like, how creepy is that? Like, that's so scary. So I'm genuinely excited and happy that this is the first book I'm going to be reading. Let's do it. Let's go. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you have an amazing Summerween 2025. I have a big confession to make. I filmed the introduction yesterday, but I did that a day before my official start for Summerween. So Summerween doesn't technically start until July 5th. It is now July 4th. And as I told you already, I have a hen do next weekend, so I'm having to like reshift Summerween for myself. But I thought I would film the introduction yesterday so that I could just like focus on just like reading today. And I haven't started Strange Houses, so don't worry, I haven't like jumped ahead and tried to get it in before my official Summerween start. So I will be sitting down to read this now. I've just made myself a cappuccino and I have just been to the gym. I got myself a dragon fruit smoothie, which was absolutely lovely. Had a shower, put this back on just to like make the continuity look about right. And yeah, because so much is happening this week and next, I don't know how involved I'm going to be and how good these vlogs are going to be. Because I was rewatching last year's vlogs when I just moved into this house and all that neighbor drama was happening. Oh my god, I was watching my day 1 and 2 vlog and I got sucked in again because I was like, crap, yeah, I remember sitting by the sink watching the police outside surrounding next door's house. Oh my god, like, what a time. What a time. So I was getting myself all sucked in again. I was like, nothing like that is going to happen this time round. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but today at 6, I do have a live discussion with Elle from Elliot Brooks to talk about the next batch of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood episodes. So that's going to take some time away from Summerween. And tomorrow I'm going to see the new Jurassic World movie. Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, I don't know what it's called anymore. But I'm very excited to go see that, but that also means that I won't get a chance to read too much on day 2 of Summerween. And I do also have a True Crime and Wine night tomorrow night as well. So that, again, will not give me much time for day 2 of Summerween. So I have no idea how much I'm going to be able to get read, what I'm going to be able to show you, what I'm going to be able to do. So I think what's going to happen is tonight, after my discussion with Elle, I'm going to try and stay up as late as possible to do some more reading. Maybe have like a really late night. Oh God, just between me and you. Maybe just like a late night horror reading sesh. I'm hoping to finish this before the discussion with Elle, but then I'm hoping after I could maybe start and finish a book tonight. Depends on what the Wheel of Horror gives me. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap this update up, sit in the living room and read. Won't leave me alone, will you? Won't leave me alone, will you? No, you won't. Okay, so I have just finished Strange Houses by Uketsu, and I did really like it. I'm going to give it 4 stars. It definitely had the same kind of issues that I kind of had with Strange Pictures, where I really found the start of it really intriguing. But then after the kind of premise is already, established and we're trying to explain things, that's when it gets like maybe a little convoluted and it doesn't get as like scary anymore in a way. Like I really did love some of the explanations and stuff. I loved a lot of the imagery and what this book is actually about. Okay, thank you, Ash. What this book is actually about. So the main character is the author, Uketsu, and he is approached by, and I love the way that this is told, by the way, as well. It comes across as like such a, like an urban legend to begin with. People love their fairy tales. I love my urban legends. But he has a friend who comes to him and he's like, oh, we are planning on buying a house, but this house that we want to buy has a bit of a strange kind of floor plan. And I look at these floor plans and I'm like, I don't really see what the issue is. I mean, to begin with. But then obviously, as the story progresses, you see, a few things wrong with the floor plan. And I both liked and loathed the fact that the floor plan was shown so many times, because it makes the book look deceptively longer than it is. But because the floor plan is repeated quite a lot of the times it is because, there is something new to discover about this floor plan. And I guess the author doesn't want you to keep going back to the start of it. I mean, sometimes the floor plan would be like overlapped, or you would see something like zoomed in so you can see something a bit better. But a lot of the times it was just like the floor plan copy and pasted over and over. So that obviously wasn't like the best, but I do understand why it was done, so that you didn't have to keep like flicking back to the start. So I did find anything to do with the house and the floor plan very interesting, especially all the theories that they were coming up with and stuff to explain why the floor plan is like this. And I did really enjoy like the detective work that went into it, because a lot of the theories is very sinister. And you think, oh, if this is true, then damn, that's like really messed up. And I think it's the exact same thing with Strange Pictures, where as soon as things were getting a little bit over-explained, that's when it started to lose me a bit. And this did begin to lose me by, I think, the 3rd chapter. Having said that though, I will definitely be reading more from this author. Like, I always just get so invested to begin with, like in every story that I've read so far. Exact same thing with Strange Pictures. I get so invested in like, oh, this is so different to what I usually read, and I kind of like the interactive elements to it. I like that there's something that we also have to kind of gouge ourselves as the reader. But yeah, usually it just doesn't really stick the landing so far. So like out of the 2 books I've read so far, both of them didn't really stick the landing for me, but I will still continue to read these because I do find such an element of enjoyment in them. And I really do now wonder, now that I've gotten the actual premise down, because the premise on this is just vague, but now that I know the premise proper, I'll have a look at the manga that I've got upstairs to see if it's just like an adaptation of this or if it's just like a brand new story to do with floor plans and strange houses. And like, there's more that you could do with this story, absolutely. But I do wonder if it's just an adaptation or if it's a brand new story. I will look that up when I go upstairs, because we do need to spin the wheel for our next read. I'm hoping it's something that I could maybe read tonight after my discussion with Elle. Something nice and easy, a little bit like this one, just to, you know, really ease into Summerween. You know, it's a busy weekend, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm doing lots. So it'll be nice to ease into Summerween a little bit slowly, and then we will get into maybe some of the more meatier stories when it comes to days 3 onwards. Ash is looking outside, waiting for the hedgehog as well. If you haven't seen, I do seem to have a hedgehog in my garden. I don't know where it is right now, but it does appear every now and then. And Ash is just currently waiting, hoping that this hedgehog will arrive. Isn't that right, Ash? Isn't that right? You're waiting for your hedgehog friend. So I do hope it's okay, wherever it is. Okay, let's find out what the next book is gonna be. It's not gonna make me do it, is it? It's not gonna make me do it. I'm not Okay, I mean, the only one left. Riley Saga, the only Riley Saga book I own. And yeah, as we've established, I'm not a fan. But why did I buy this? I genuinely don't know why I bought this. Maybe because it was said to be a little bit like And Then There Were None. And I am a sucker for that kind of book. Maybe. Oh God, I cannot stand Riley Saga's books. But at least this will knock this off my TBR. It will get it off my shelves if I just... Look, I'm hoping that I do like this. I don't have hope that I will. But I'm hoping that I like this. Who knows, I might want to keep it on my shelves. If not, at least this is a book read from my physical TBR that I can potentially get rid of and make way for other books that deserve to be on the shelves more. So, I wasn't expecting to read a Riley Saga for Summerween this year. But here we are. It is 9:30 p.m. I managed to do my talk with Elle. We did a little discussion, which was really fun. I've made myself a decaf coffee, and I am... Well, I've been reading The Only One Left for the last like half an hour. I think I'm going to DNF. I got to page 36, and I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I'm reading this, and I'm just like, what a load of old shit. What a load of old shit. I was just being stubborn. When I kept this on my shelves, I was being stubborn. I thought maybe I would like it. It's definitely not And Then There Were None retelling or anything like that. Definitely nothing like that. This follows Kit. She is a caregiver, and she's been assigned a new person after being on probation, and she's just come back. She's got this new job. Seems to be like a bit of a punishment. So she is going to the Cliffs, which is where this person lives, called Leonora Hope. And Leonora Hope, she was accused of murdering her sister, her mother, and her father back in, I think it was 1929. And it's been about like 50 odd years since then. And so Leonora Hope, she's a little bit like the Bloody Mary of the town, the Lizzie Borden, and that has been directly mentioned. But I don't trust that Riley Sager is going to give me a satisfying ending. I don't trust that I'm going to end up enjoying what becomes of this mystery. Did Leonora Hope really murder her family? Did she not? Why was she the only one left? You know, like things like that, I just don't think I trust Riley Sager to give me a good conclusion. So should I really waste my time reading the rest of this? I mean, I know I own it and I have given it a little bit of a chance. I will admit, I'm going to put my hands up and admit, I probably could continue on and give it an even fairer chance, but I'm just reading it. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. I don't really like the writing. I just don't like his writing style. It's just so direct, a little bit amateur as well. I don't like the way he describes things. And a thing that I really hate, which has literally just happened, is when a character meets another character for the first time and the character acts like they've known them forever. Or like they'll say something. I'm just like, why did you make that observation? What in the last like minute that you've known them, what about that minute interaction gave you that sense? So Kit ends up coming across Carter and Carter is like, oh, you come across as someone quite resourceful. How? Literally how? All she's been doing is sitting in a fucking car. You know what I mean? I'm just like, okay. Obviously that's like a really minor thing. A really, really minor thing. But I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not going to force myself. I'm not going to force myself. I just can't. Oh, don't even get me started with him or her. Literally, Ruth Ware, can't get on with. Alex Michaelides wrote one of the worst books I've ever read. If they're endorsing this book, then it's even more reason not to read it. Not to continue on. And I just knew I was going to have a bad time with it anyway. So it's just best I do this for myself. The bookmark is out. It's official. I'm not continuing. But I really was being stubborn. I didn't want to just unhaul it without having read it. And when I got this, maybe there was a part of me that was like, oh, maybe I will like it. But I just don't like it writing. I can't do it. I can't do it. So with that failed attempt out of the way, I don't think I can do the Wheel of Names on my phone. I've tried it before in the past. So I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow to find out what I'm reading next. I guess I'm not reading for the rest of the day. Literally, it's nearly 10 p.m. now. And it's still kind of light outside, so I would have loved to have gotten some more things read. But I'm not turning the computer on, I ain't doing it. So what's a gal to do with this really delicious cup of decaf coffee?
Just activated it, but I had to do this whole extra step that's almost like essentially a physical step. These digital playing on this console has been Mario Kart, Cyberpunk, Fantasy Life. I jumped into Fortnite quite a few times with my friends. It's just such a nice revamp and
Oh, this is interesting. This is a paintball. About person.
Happy day 2 of Summerween. I am just about to leave to go to the cinema to see the new Jurassic World movie. The only thing I've seen about it online is Jonathan Bailey's Bulge. So I'm very excited to see that on the big screen, absolutely. But yeah, ready to see my friends. I was going to nip to the library beforehand or even after so that I could return a library book and then start my July library challenge. However, the library closes at 1 p.m. today, so I don't have time to do that, unfortunately. But that's fine because I can still, you know, look around, have a little, see if there's anything in the area, because I haven't been to that area in quite some time now, so it would be nice to have done that. But yeah, the taxi is literally about to be here any second, so we gotta go.
I can see you, I can feel you from a million miles away, like the earth moves with every step you take. I don't know you, but I want to. All I do is think of ways to get closer, to make you feel the same. It's like you're out to get me, without you even knowing you affect me. A chain reaction, and it's forcing me to fall hard, so hard in love. It's the ripple effect. Everything you do will haunt me. It's the ripple effect, and I'll always let it taunt me.
I am back from the cinema seeing the new Jurassic World movie. It's called Jurassic World Rebirth, and I got this really ugly looking thing from the cinema to have my drink with, and I saw it and I thought it looked cool, but now the more I look at it, the more I'm like, that is actually genuinely ugly. So I didn't love the movie. I love Jurassic Park. Like, the first Jurassic Park film is one of my favorite films of all time. I grew up on it. I love it so much. I really do like Jurassic World. And you know, actually, I feel like I like all of the Jurassic Park and World movies. Not so much the Dominion one that came out a few years ago. I thought that one was a little bit bad. But this one, it is, I think, a little bit better than the last one. But it was still quite boring to me. Like, I didn't really love it. I didn't really see the need in it, to be honest. There were some tense scenes, but they were kind of scenes that we've already kind of seen before. It genuinely did nothing that new to it. So it's now 4 p.m. on day 2 of Summerween, and I've made myself a coffee because when I went to the coffee shop, I didn't ask for oat milk. I forgot to ask for oat milk. So when I sat down and I was ready to drink, I took a couple of sips and I was like, this doesn't taste quite right. And yeah, it's because I forgot to ask for oat milk. So I haven't really had a coffee today. I had one this morning with my morning breakfast, but that was a long time ago. That was like 8 hours ago now, 9 hours ago. So I'm having my second coffee and I'm about to find out what I'm reading next for Summerween. So while I am a little bit disappointed about the new Jurassic World movie, maybe you enjoy it. Maybe you like it. Let me know down below if you've seen it. Let me know if you like it. But I wasn't really the biggest fan, unfortunately. But I'm hoping the next book I read will be the one that I don't DNF, like the only one left. And it's actually something that I'm excited to read. I feel like I am excited to read most of these. There are some that have been on my TBR for a while that I don't know if I'm fully in the mood for anymore, but we'll just say it. We'll just say it. So hopefully you can say okay, but let's spin the wheel again. Oh, okay. It was so close to being Halloween themed. You know what? I kind of would have loved it if it had been Halloween themed, because it's a little bit shorter, but we did get Anatomy. Where is that one? Oh, I can't remember who the author is. But I want to be looking at these shelves for bloody ages. Anatomy. Who's the author again? Is it Schwartz? I think it's Schwartz. Schwartz. Oh yeah, I found it. Dana Schwartz. Anatomy, a love story. This is in my 25 books to read in 2025. So I am very happy that this has come up, and this has been on my TBR ever since it came out, which would have been 2021, 2022 maybe? Yeah, 2021. So I've had this on my TBR for 4 years. It'll be really good to actually read and get through, because I do love me a good gothic story. So I'll see if I can squeeze some reading in before my True Crime and Wine night, which is in just under 3 hours now. So we'll see how much I can get read before then. And then we can wrap up day 2 of Summerween. And I just don't feel like I've had such a great start because I've been so preoccupied. But hopefully it's still been a good video, like a good vlog. So, oh god, it's fine though, it's fine. Summerween will only improve, it'll only get better from here, I promise. I opened the book to say, to Jan, who has my heart. Honestly, if Joey hadn't have proposed first, then Jan Agaton, I know you're watching, I would have been next, okay? I was next in line, okay? Right, I am 141 pages into Anatomy. I'm really liking this so far, and I didn't realise it was actually young adult, which is honestly fine. I just want to know when I go into a book if it's adult or young adult. And this is young adult, and that is great, honestly, that's absolutely fine. I was like kind of trying to sort some dates out and things and plan content for July and the start of August. Like, I have so much coming up, and I kind of just froze up. You know, like when you have a little bit of like decision paralysis and you kind of don't know what to do, and it kind of freezes you. That's kind of what I was feeling as I was looking at what I needed to do in July and August, and to work around all of the things that is happening, all of like the travel and stuff. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't look at it. So I've closed it, and I did start Anatomy instead. And yeah, I read 140 pages, and it was such a fun time to do. So this one follows Hazel, and this is set in 1817 in Edinburgh. So this is a historical, which I knew going into it. One of the reasons why I picked this up was because it was described as like gothic, historical, mystery. And so far, like, even though I'm 140 pages in, the actual plot of this has not kicked in. So according to the summary of this, we have Hazel who, you know, like in this society where women are treated like not the best, and they are not given the same opportunities as their male counterparts. So Hazel has a long way to go to get other people to take her seriously, and she wants to be a surgeon. And who we also have is Jack, who is a resurrection man, essentially. He is somebody who looks at cadavers and things like that. And for Hazel to pass this class, like, she's not allowed in this class because she's a woman, but if she wants to actually like pass this class, then she needs to like work with Jack in order to like look at bodies, you know, away from the actual classes and stuff. So like some of that has not yet happened. So even though 140 pages in, her getting kicked out of class has only really just happened. So I'm waiting for the ball to drop, essentially. So honestly, it's absolutely fine. That's taken some time to get there. I am really enjoying the writing style. I think it's very nicely written. I love the atmosphere of it so much. I think it's really setting the scene very well. Like, it feels genuinely 1817. I mean, some of the dialogue might not. Some of the dialogue might come across as a little bit modern. I don't mind that as much as long as the setting feels authentic, and I genuinely think it does. I also really do love the themes that it's exploring, especially to do with women and the hypocrisy when it comes to men. So one thing that I really enjoyed exploring was when she is, and no spoilers by the way, but when she's watching this play happen in chapter 8, I think it is, she notices some like parallels to her real life. And so what I really like I like this kind of section. It's the lesson young girls everywhere were taught their entire lives. Don't be seduced by the men you meet. Protect your virtue. Until, of course, their entire lives depended on seduction by the right man. It was an impossible situation, a trick of society as a whole, force women to live at the mercy of whichever man wants them, but shame them for anything they might do to get a man to want them. Passivity was the ultimate virtue. Heaven forbid you turn into someone like Hyacinth Coldwater. Be patient, be silent, be beautiful and untouched as an orchid, and then and only then will your reward come. A bell jar to keep you safe. And that has been explored so fantastically so far in terms of like Hazel and her status. And you would think Hazel would have such a kind of privileged role in the society because she is the daughter of a very esteemed lord and captain. So you would think that she would have it a little bit better than other people, but she genuinely does not really. Like literally just the fact that she's born a woman is the thing that society is trying to punish her for. You know what I mean? It's like, so I really do love the fact that we are exploring those gender roles and those societal roles as well. And the atmosphere is just rife, absolutely rife. So I'm still waiting for the plot to like really kick in and stuff, but it's being like sprinkled in every now and then that we are going towards like her goal of being a surgeon. Yeah, she's supposed to kind of be an apprentice of sorts to Jack, who has noticed there have been strange men skulking around cemeteries. His friends are disappearing off the streets in the dreaded Roman fever. Okay, I've seen parts of the Roman fever as Back with a Vengeance, but yeah, it seems like there might be something amiss other than this fever. So I'm waiting for this something amiss to amiss, you know? I'm waiting for that to like really kick in. So I have half an hour until my live show with my patrons. We are doing True Crime and Wine Night tonight. We are watching the Grenfell Tower documentary that has just come out on Netflix, and it's probably going to make me cry. It's going to be really emotional. I will check back in after and I will wrap this vlog up because I doubt I will be able to read anything more, and it is technically nearly the end of day 2 of Summerween for me. But also I know Gabby is starting reading sprints on her Patreon soon for Summerween, so if she is still live after I have done my True Crime and Wine Night, then I will tune in to those sprints and maybe get some more read, and then we will finish off Anatomy, most likely in day 3 of Summerween. We have also been talking to my love Steph from Steph Loves. We are also planning our own little sprints during the week, so we are having fun talking about that. But yeah, it's getting so dark now and very cloudy and rainy, which is kind of perfect for this nighttime on Summerween. But I still need to get my live show all set up and I need to go get the wine. Most importantly, I need to crack open the wine and then probably cry, and then we'll probably read some more before midnight. Yep, it has just started to rain and this is glorious. Absolutely glorious. And is this my Ash come to say hello? Hey, come to steal my seat, have you? Have you come to steal my seat? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't ruin my jacket. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Your seat now, eh? Your seat now. Oh, I just love you. I just love you. Boop. Hey, Ash. Ash, 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 Ash. Ash, Ash, Ash. Psst, psst, psst. Psst, 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 psst. Oh, cute. Oh, you're so cute. I haven't even started the live show yet. Nash has already taken my seat. Are you happy, baby? Hey, are you happy? Good. So I'm just on this stool right now. Got my wine already, and I have the rest of the bottle in case I need it, which I probably will because this is most likely going to make me cry. This is going to upset me, I just know it. But yeah, we still have 1 minute 32 until we go live. Actually, I do like, before going live, I like using the 60-second countdown, but it does mean I have to mute myself first because you can hear me during the countdown. And I didn't realize that the first time we did it. And I was like talking to Ash like a baby, and it was a little bit embarrassing. So as soon as that hits 60 seconds, I'll start the countdown, go live. Bob is your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Although I don't know if you have any uncles called Bob or Fanny's called Aunt, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. Yeah, I'm so low down right now. I'm so low down. Ugh. Okay. Oh, shit. I've already passed it. Shit. Shit, cock balls. Go live, yes. There we go. There we go. We're going live. Woo. And cheers to everyone watching at home as well right now. I hope your Summerween is going amazingly. I hope your first 2 days are going amazingly. Hi. Okay, so the documentary is over and it was genuinely upsetting and anger-inducing, and it did get very emotional. I was very emotional. Definitely well worth a watch though. It was a really good documentary. And then I went over to Gabby's Patreon Summerween sprints and I started crying for a different reason. And that was crying of laughter. Because have you seen in the live chats of people's live shows when they're doing like the whole top fans thing and you get XP and stuff? I hate it. I really don't like it. I want to turn it off, but there's no possible way to turn it off for your channel, unfortunately. But Gabby was trying to explain it. So she decided to share her screen, and like she's currently reacting to it now. Like everyone told her, Gabby, go back and watch. So yeah, I'm watching Gabby's Patreon Summerween sprints, and she shared her screen to demonstrate this whole live chat thing and the crowns and the XP and stuff. And she didn't mute the like window that she opened where she is talking on this live show. So you get to hear Gabby like 25 million times. It's like an echo, and it was so funny. And like she's reacting to it now, like she's laughing. It was so funny. And I said, oh, please can I add it to this vlog? And she said, yes, that's fine. So I'm going to clip it here because it was just so funny.
Let me see if I can share my screen. But you might see double of me, and that might be very scary. So let me see if I can share my screen. You can kind of see double of me. You might see double of me, and that might be very scary. So. Okay, so sorry, let me stop doing that.
And she's so unaware that's happening. She's just trying to explain. Meanwhile, everyone is hearing 10 to 20 different Gabbys at the same time. It's so funny. And I needed that laugh after the documentary we just watched. I really do. Like, she's currently cracking up. It was the laugh I needed tonight. It really was. She is doing a 50-minute sprint, so I will most likely try and read some more anatomy, and I'll go play with Ash and Tobo as well, because they probably want to play. Also, if I read delicate female sensibility one more time in this book, I'm gonna punch a man. The next man I see walking down the street, maybe even myself, I might just punch myself. Anyway, I just took a little break because Tobo wanted to play. So what we're doing, Tobo, what are we playing? We're playing in your favourite new box. Oh, yes we are. Yes we are. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, is this my Ash come to say hello? I got you. I got you. Ah, look at your beautiful face. Look at your beautiful face in the camera. Oh, look at you. So I have managed to get to, at the end of day 2 of Summerween, to page 215 of Anatomy. And I'm still really liking this. The plot has definitely kicked in. There's definitely a lot more intrigue and mystery now because Hazel has enlisted the help of Jack. And he needs to like help kind of like grave... no, they didn't use the term grave robbers because they're not robbing the graves. But Jack is helping her get bodies so that she can examine them because she now has this, not exactly a wager, but like this experiment thing with a professor who isn't allowing women to be part of the medical lectures and seminars and things so that she can become a surgeon. You know, women aren't allowed. So now she's going to try and do the exam without any of his help. And so she needs the help of Jack to get her these bodies so that she can examine them and then pass his exam. And then also hopefully in the future so that more women can be part of the medical field. And I love that storyline. I love it so much. But also what's added to like the mystery element of it is that, you know, she's trying to look for bodies that have had the Roman fever, which is the fever that's going on. And even though the people buried are supposed to have had the Roman fever, when they're actually getting these bodies, they didn't die from the Roman fever. And like things are like being a little bit weird and odd and strange at the minute. So I'm really intrigued by that aspect of it. And I really do like Hazel as a character. I find her tenacity so endearing. Like every single time she gets a roadblock, she faces it head on and she kind of has like a solution for it, even if she has to get her hands dirty. And I love the fact that she is part of like high society while also doing something that requires a little bit more dirt under her fingernails kind of thing. So like for instance, she'll be lost in like this examination of a body that she isn't supposed to have. So like a lot of it is hush hush and secret, all the while forgetting that she has to go to a ball. You know, it's like that kind of thing where it's just like so fascinating to me to watch because it does lead to some rather comical kind of scenarios, and yeah, I'm just having a really fun time with it. Honestly, I'm really enjoying. I only have just over 100 pages to go, and I know this is a duology, so whether or not I get the second book will be dependent on how I find the ending of this one, although so far I am really liking it. I mean, the romance is definitely not like my favorite or anything. Like, it's not bad, it's not a bad romance or anything, but I just don't really care for it on top of everything else that's going on at the minute. So I could definitely leave that to the wayside, but it's still decent. It's still good. I'm rooting for it. I just don't really, I could have done without, honestly. And that romance element definitely does feel young adult. It does. Like, that's kind of why I now realize reading this that it's definitely young adult and not adult. And again, that's absolutely fine. I'm still enjoying it. So is it time for bed, Ash? Is it time for bed? Yes. Time for beddy Bibles? Yes, it is. Oh, I just love you. Oh, I just love you so much. Yes, I do. Oh, I just love you. And so yeah, it's the end of day 2, which means it'll be the end of my first vlog. What a chaotic but productive first 2 days of Summerween. I managed to read and complete Strange Houses by Uketsu, so that was a big anticipated release of mine, so I was very glad to have that done. I ended up DNFing The Only One Left by Riley Sager, but hey, at least that's this book off my TBR, because I ain't reading it. And then I have also read well over 200 pages of Anatomy, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz, and honestly, if I hadn't gone to the cinema today, if I hadn't taken some time to do like true crime and wine night and stuff, I definitely would have finished this and maybe have started another book, which honestly, to me, still sounds like I've done quite a lot for the first 2 hectic days of Summerween, if you ask me. But I really hope that your first 2 days of Summerween have gone well, so please do let me know down below what you ended up reading for the first 2 days of Summerween, what your favourite read has been so far, all of that. And yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all the comments down below and let's talk Summerween. And let me know if you've read any of these books as well, because I would love to know if we have the same thoughts, same opinions. Different thoughts, different opinions is absolutely fine as well, don't worry. But I would love to chat to you down in the comments, so do so. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting my channel. If you join my Patreon, then the link is in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.